Hello, this is Tom, aka Jeno, here for Tabletop Tap Room and the Star Frontiers Gamer with another Fanzine Friday. This is Fanzine Friday number 49, which means we are reviewing Frontier Explorer number 24, which is an important issue, but we'll go into that in a minute. I just want to say up front, though, thanks for watching the video. And if you've not subscribed, please do hit the like, subscribe, and bell icon. Help me build the channel. And consider clicking on that little Cafe Press link in the show notes. Moving right along. So here we have Frontier Explorer number 24. And it is the first Frontier Explorer after the one-year hiatus that we took when the Evil Hat trademark affair went down, where Wizards of the Coast fought back as somebody trying to scoop up the Star Frontiers trademark that they were continuing to keep in commerce, and which, you know, is a cautionary tale that maybe somebody else should have considered when they decided to try to attempt a trademark squat on the Star Frontiers trademark. That maybe that would not have gone well for them, and they are living with the consequences of that here in 2023. But this is all the way back spring 2019 when we put this. We put the Frontier Explorer back in publication after a one-year hiatus, and you notice there's no more quotes on the cover. That was becoming a little tedious for us to come up with new quotes all the time, and we just decided to discontinue that. So you see a new logo. And it's a new layout inside. And there's some Frontier news and a letter from the editors. But first up is the continuation of the Warriors of White Light Challenge, which had started way back in issue number 17. Excuse me. 2 issues prior to this. This is issue 24. So yeah, back in issue 22. The this piece of artwork, though, this is awesome. This is by, I believe, that the small print says Aaron O'Brien, and he was killing it with this artwork. The new illustration of the Ossicar in a spacesuit is really cool. I love the little embellishments that, you know, because the Ossicar into this whole, I got to wear crazy clothing. So he's got these little feathers on some kind of a bracelet on the legs of his spacesuit, or excuse me, her. All Ossicar are female. Excuse me for that. It's just a great illustration here. I absolutely love this one. This is for the adventure called Dark Shadows Revenge, written by Richard Shadowshack. This is actually a continuation of an encounter in the Warriors of White Light module. In the Warriors of White Light module, there is a smuggling scenario that goes down, and the ship is confiscated by the Royal Marines, by the government. And here they take that ship and they use it as undercover with a Royal Marines put on board to smoke out some smugglers. It's about getting revenge on a smuggling ring. And so this is an interesting adventure, fully thought out adventure by Richard Shadowshack, and I love it. And look at these mugshots illustrations done by Aaron O'Brien, and he's killing it again. I absolutely love these. These were fantastic. I love this illustration again. Look at that, the threesome there in Streel uniforms, and so you get a full adventure. Lots of art, and look at this Vrusk illustration. I love this. Although he's got 4 arms.
Whoops.
Yeah. It's all right. The angle here, the dramatic angle here is just awesome. And again, this is Aaron just saying, yeah, I do good work, and I love his artwork. So here we have the Dark Shadows Revenge. You've got all of the ships involved in the adventure are labeled here for you with stats. Just absolutely fantastic adventure, fully done by Richard Shadowshack. Love his work as well. This is the Nova Drive data file. And what you have here is a 2-page system brief for the Frontier Space setting. Bill Logan's Frontier Space, which is kind of a homage rule set to Star Frontiers. And so this is just, and this is fantastic. Look at this little sidebar map of the system. I love this. Now, there's one little mistake here. You see on this inner asteroid belt, it says outer belt. And on the outer asteroid belt, this says outer belt. You have that one little mistake, but this is a gorgeous representation. And so even though this is a system with 2 inhabited planets and it's for the Frontier Space, I would totally just steal this little map and use this in a exploration game. Like, hey, you know, you found this new system. Here's the map of it. And I would just go from there. I would totally grab that for a Star Frontiers adventure. Next up is of Lost Ships and Derelicts, written by me. And so I do a little bit of history here on that sidebar on the Flying Dutchman. There's a discussion of ships becoming lost. I do a little table of the cause of why a ship is derelict, with misjump, piracy, hostile action, innate hazard in space, intentional, and accident. Then there's a discussion of which ships become lost, starting with fighters, shuttlecraft runabouts and small craft, exploration vessels, pirates, passenger liners, commercial civilian ships, military vessels. And then I do a table and I weight the results of this table based on the previous discussion of why certain ships would become lost. Like, for instance, if you take a good, let me scan in here so you can actually see it on the screen. See here, number 73, Ag Ship. There's only one chance out of 100 for the derelict ship to be an Ag Ship. Now, and that's because on the Frontier, there really aren't that many Ag ships. We looked at it and we just thought there's not going to be that many Ag ships because it's so much more expensive to raise food on a spaceship than to raise food on a planet. When you could just, just till fields and farm, and it just seemed like there would not be that many Ag ships, that they would be a specialty ship. So since there's not that many of them, it's not likely they're going to become lost. So this table's weighted in that direction. And then Tom Stevens did this great pie chart showing the percentage chances on the various ships. Now, the reason why this particular issue is important is this appendix to that article. And this appendix is an appendix of deck plans in Star Frontiers. And this is just covering all of the deck plans in Star Frontiers from official and unofficial sources. And so this is every single, and if I missed one and left one out, you're going to be hard pressed to find it, figure out which, where it is and which one it is. So this is a fantastic resource because it's been done in 3 columns. It fills up the full page. You want to print that off, 3-ring hole punch it, and stick it in your Game Master binder because it's inevitable. You're going to need a deck plan. I need a deck plan for this adventure. What am I going to do? You come here, you go through here, and it tells you where to find all of these deck plans so that you're not using the same one over and over again. And your player's like, oh yeah, this one again. So absolute, to me, this is the piece de resistance and this whole issue, this resource. Then next up, another article by me, and it's exploring deserted ships. Wait a minute, Tom, you just wrote an article on Flying Dutchman and deserted ships. Well, this is just 20 plot ideas, and I did it as 20 so you could roll a d20 and pick one. And so these are some fun ideas, different things. Like number 2 is bodies. Mummified, skeletal, rotting. Cause of death can be violence, environmental, or an unknown. If environmental, the condition that led to the death can still exist and be a danger to the player characters. And let's go down here. Number 18. Initials and names of crew are etched into the walls. You find just things that you find. Number 19, a bulkhead panel has been removed, and behind it is an empty hidden storage niche. So various things. And next up was this. This is kind of cool. It's got a lot of eye pop to it. This Star Frontiers player character sheet. Now, the thing with Star Frontiers player character sheets is they're not all created equal, and you really have to find the one you like to use. This one is not one that I would be quick to use. It's just the skill page. I don't like how the skill page is laid out, but this might be something that appeals to you. The beauty of it, it is just absolutely beautiful to look at, all this color, but that might also burn a lot of ink on your printer. So that's something you've got to weigh out. Then next up, we have a one-page article on Vrusk optimized equipment. This is another one of my In the Minzy Marketplace articles. It got labeled Zebulon's Guide. I don't know why that happened, but a little piece of fiction and then some rules for having Vrusk optimized equipment for their structure. And it includes this Vrusk cycle package for optimizing a motorcycle or hover cycle for the Vrusk. And I actually consulted with Richard Shadowshack on this because he's big into motorcycles. And so we talked about this, and this is just a quick little one here. And then here we have Meet the Crew of the Night Owl, the SS Night Owl. This is designed by Richard Shadowshack. Rose, you get the deck plan, you get the NPCs, you get the write-ups, the background. So if you need an NPC crew and a ship to be doing something in your campaign, here you go. Right here. All the work's been done for you. Not all of the character portraits ended up in here. I know he did more character portraits, and you really got to love a writer who provides you with the artwork to go with the article. When you don't have to be the one scrambling to come up with the artwork, I love that, because that was kind of my job at the Frontier Explorer. So, but it appears for space reasons, we did not put all the character portraits in here, which is kind of too bad. Titan Rising, the comic, you can read that for yourself. And then this is some great artwork. And here's another case of the writer providing his own artwork. The artwork is by oh no, that is not true. My bad. That's next issue. Brian Filatin did these great illustrations, and this is for the Ecology of articles done by Eric Windsor. So these are blue biter spider creatures from Kdikit, and just a great little article. And then we have a theme. We have a theme going here. 2 articles on derelict spaceships. Here's a piece of fan fiction from Edwin Cintron called the Ghost Ship, Ghost Ship of the Terran Queen. A little bit of a derelict ship involved in a fiction, and this is his Love and Atomic Rockets series, and following the Shimmal clan of characters. So this was actually a good read. I enjoyed this story in particular. And lastly, we have the back cover, which is the Escape Plan comic. So there you have it, Frontier Explorer number 24 from the spring of 2019. After the 1-year hiatus where we took a year off due to the legal shenanigans going on and the fight between Evil Hat and WotC. So this is Tom for Tabletop Taproom and Star Frontiers Gamer signing out. Thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and bell icon, and I will see you in the frontier.